Hello YouTube, this is Michel from the Future Pop Trader on YouTube channel, the Future Pop Trader. So let's quickly go over this issue that a lot of prop firm trader having, especially traders that trade on prop firm that have a trailing threshold. They usually complaining this and that, the trailing threshold, blah 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 blah. But let me first go through and show you what is a trailing threshold, and then after that I'm going to show you how you can beat the trailing threshold all the time, because it's not that hard to trade a trailing threshold. Because well, let's get to it. Let's first, if you didn't know what is a trailing threshold, then let me show you what it is, and then from there I will show you how you can beat it easily. So if you know how to beat the threshold, then you can pass those evaluation with no problem, because you will know how to control your position. All right, for example, I'm on the Apex website. Apex Trader Funding is one of the company that have trailing threshold. So pretty much the trailing threshold is a stat that the Apex company put. For example, right, on a 50K, it starts with $2,500. That is your threshold. You cannot lose no more than 2,500. If you do lose that much, then you lose the account. So that's it. That's all. You see, so the 50K at 47,500, then you lose the account. So meaning you already lose that much money. So that's it. It's gone. Now, let's see how it works, and then after that I'm gonna show you how you can beat it, right? For example, if you look at here, let's go down here and look at what's going on here. Okay, you see there's many accounts and different threshold, right? So that's not what we are looking to see. Let's look at the following example, right? Your starting balance is 50K. Your threshold is right here, $2,500, below 5,000. So meaning if you make $500 and close the trade, your balance will be 50,500. So you follow? And your threshold will be 4,800. Reason it's 4,800, before it was 47,500. So it is being added 500 because it's moving up as you are making new high. You see, you move 500 up, the threshold get added 500 because it moved up. So the stop that is following you also move up by 500. You got it for now, right? All right, let's go to the next step. Now, next, you enter a trade and get up to 5,200. All right, so you get to 5,200, 52,000. You get to 52,000, but don't close the trade, right? Until your balance is at $51,000. Now, what happened? Then your threshold will be 49,500. Why it is 49,500? Because you have moved up $1,500 more than last time. Remember what it was before, right? It was 4,800. Look at what it is now, 49,500. So you have moved up 1,500. When it was 52,000, that was when the threshold was that. So when the price come back down to 51, the threshold still stayed the same because it was following you, right? It was following, moving up as you are making new high on your balance. So therefore, as you can see, let's look at it. So what happened now? Instead of you having $2,500 threshold, now your threshold is about, let's say it's 49. So yeah, It's about 1,500 bucks, because you did not close the trade when you were at the highest point, and the threshold already had moved when you were at the highest point and stayed there. So when you come back, so now you lose $1,000 on your threshold plus $1,000 from you, since you didn't close on time. You didn't close at the high, so you lose $1,000 from the threshold. So now your threshold is much smaller. It's about $1,500 instead of 2,500. So you cannot lose 1,500. So now this might be confusing for you for now, right? Let me show you exactly what they mean by that on the chat, right? So it's pretty simple. The way to beat it, you have to close your trades when you are at your highest point. Don't wait and let price go up and then come back 50% against you. That's when you close the trade. You need to get your profits. That's all it is. That's the only thing you need to do to beat the threshold. When you make profits, get it. One way to do that, to get around that, is if you have to contract, right, and they're moving up, wait, you catch one of your target right at its highest, and then you keep trailing your stops that you have, you trail it. Let me show you on the chart what I mean by that. All right, let's go to the chart now. So you see here, this is just a playback from NinjaTrader. I'm not affiliate with them. I would love for them to give me a free lifetime license, since I'm practically showing up the charts for them. Anyway, let's move on. So let's say we do a quick playback, and what I'm gonna do is place one single trade, show you the stop that is just moving to. Okay, now we get out really quick, so there wasn't enough movement here to do what I'm about to show you. So give me 1 second, and then all right, this is just to demo, to show you what it feel like when the threshold move against you, right? So let's see what happened here. Let's say we enter that trade. If we get in, and let's say, well, right now price is just keep moving down, so we're trying to catch a price going up at some point, so we can quickly, and plus the speed is okay. All right, we're trying to get, okay, price just got us in. I'm gonna put a large stop. Moving too fast. Okay, you see what happened, how my stop was moving. All right, let's see what happened here again. So I keep getting stop out, but I'd like to show you my trailing stop moving, so I can explain what I'm about to explain. You see how this is moving? That's how the threshold is moving. You see how my stop was moving? I'm gonna move it down again because I don't want to get stop out. It's just so you can see. The trailing threshold would be moving just like this stop once price moves. You see how it's moving? So it's following you. Now, the key is you must take your profit at the top. Otherwise, if you let it come back, the price come back 50%. You see how I have $200, right? If I let price out, I have $250 at the top, at the highest point, and then I allow price to come back by $100. What happened is the threshold had already moved about up when it was at the top. When I make 250 on the PNL, then that means my threshold also move up 250 bucks. So now what happened is, if I don't take the profit when it was at the top at 250, right, and price come back, right, let's say price come back $100, so I closed the trade at 150. Now what happened is, since my threshold was at move up based on the 250, and I only take profits of 150, I lose $100 on my threshold. Do you understand that? Because the threshold move based on the highest point of price. Every time price is making new high, the threshold is also moving with it. But when price come back down, the threshold doesn't move back. It stays, the trailing threshold stays where it was at the point where price was at its highest point. You understand? Now, to beat this, what do is you will trade with targets. You're not just gonna let price come back against you. You need to have a predetermined target, a target that is already there that you have in mind. Let's say you want to make 10 points, then you go for 10 points. What I do to fight the threshold, let's say I have 3 contracts, right? I have 3 contracts. So what I would do is I would put 2 for the 10 points. Once I catch my 10 points, now the last contract I would trail it. I'm going to show you an example just now so you understand how you can beat the threshold. You need to trail your stop as price moving in your favor. And the reason why you have to do that is because the threshold is moving as price making new high. So, all right, let's quickly go to that, and so you can see. I'm going to enter an order and try to catch 10 points. Okay, let's say I go to here and price came up here. Let's see. Okay, you see, now I have my stop there, right? What I'm gonna do is, as price moving higher, I'm moving my stop, I'm trailing my stop, because I don't want price to come back all the way down here while I know some of you guys don't like to move your stop. If you are trading with prop firm with a trailing stop that have a trailing threshold, you can't just take a position and say you're gonna keep your stop down here. And the other solution to combat the trailing threshold is, do not put like 10 contract on a trade. The more contract you have and price is moving, you see what I'm doing as price going up, I'm moving my stop up with price because I don't want it to come back all the way down there. If it does come back, I will lose a little bit threshold, but I will not lose too much because I was trailing my stop as price moving in my favor. It's plain and simple. That's it. That's all you have to do to beat the threshold. You need to first, either you just go ahead and put one target and just price with your target. That's it. And don't put a target that is to the moon, because price might get close to your target and then return back. And then if you wasn't trailing your stop, moving your stop, then the threshold will kill your account. You see how simple it is? You put a target, your target hit, or if you have a runner, you trail the price as it goes up, depending on whether you short the market, as it goes down. That's it. That's how you beat the threshold. So I hope you get something from this. So I have more tips coming on how you can pass those evaluation from Apex. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, and also my Apex link and code will be down in the description. Check it out, support me, and I'm gonna keep bringing some nice content that will help you beat the prop firm around there. All right, take care.